Welcome to Cooking with Cindy.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. I am on a journey to more healthy eating, and so I've been looking up some fun recipes, and I thought I would share the one I'm going to make today with you. And it's a yellow split pea, kale, and Italian sausage soup. So as you come over here, Lori, with the camera, you can see that I've already prepared all of the ingredients for the soup. So I have, these are some split peas, which I have soaked overnight and drained and rinsed with some garlic, olive oil, sea salt, balsamic vinegar, basil, cumin, onion, Italian sausage, and tomato. So those are the ingredients. And so what we're going to do first of all is I'm going to turn on my stove, and heat that up a little bit. And once it gets a little warm, actually I'm going to go ahead and put my oil in here. This is olive oil that I'm going to pour into the pan, and I'm just going to let it sit there for a minute and heat up. And once it's heated up, I'm going to go ahead and add the onions, which I have already prepared. Now I love these little type of cutting boards because they're flexible, so you can, put your ingredients on it and they just fold right into the pot. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in here now to our pot. Grab a spoon right here, and we will put those in there. Alright, get that all cooked up here. And we're going to do that for, I think, about a minute. Get it going there. So, put the rest of those in there. We don't want to miss any little pieces. Throw that in the sink. It does make things easier if you've got everything already cut and prepared. You don't have to be searching around at where's that ingredient, not everything. So that's important. So we're going to stir that up. Where do you want to zoom in here on the onions so you can see what we're doing? See that? So we want it to just cook until it's just soft. So you can kind of see the onion starting to change color a little bit and soften up. I'm just going to give that another minute or two. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to look at what else I need, which would be some garlic, which I've already pressed with my garlic press. That's going to be ready to go in there. We're going to be putting that in next, and we're also going to be adding the peas and 8 cups of water, along with our basil and cumin. Never know how to pronounce that. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the garlic now. Everyone loves the smell of garlic cooking in olive oil. Now, I was looking for recipes that don't have any kind of flour or sugar. That's my new bright light eating that I'm trying out. It does have the split peas. I'm not positive on if that's considered a vegetable or what, so this is not an official bright line eating recipe. So we'll go ahead and let that cook for a minute. And then I'm going to add my other ingredients. So I'm going to add the peas. Oops. I just realized I didn't measure these. That's probably way too many peas. Oopsie. We're supposed to do 2 cups, and this looks like way more than 2 cups. So it's okay. You have a second plan in mind here. We're just going to scoop out some. And that looks like there's about 2 cups left in there. We'll save those to make a second batch if this is really good. And I'm going to add in my spices. This is why it's important to measure all your ingredients first. Spices here. Give those a good stir. And let's see here. So then, all we need to do is then add in the water. I've already measured out 8 cups of water. Right in there like that. Are you getting a good view of the pot, darling? Here we are. So that'll look like that. Doesn't look like much yet, but I assure you this will be delicious when it's done. And so we're gonna bring this to a bit of a boil, and then we're gonna let it simmer. So why don't you go ahead and push pause for now, and we'll come back and let you know how it's looking in about 20 minutes. Hi, welcome back. So we've been cooking, and actually I misspoke earlier. I said 20 minutes. It's really more 30 to 40 minutes that you need to be simmering your beans. Oh, actually they're peas, sorry. So it says until they're soft, and I did test one a minute ago, and it is soft. So the next thing, all we have to do is add some kale. Now it says to use a head of kale. Now I bought this kale, so I don't actually have a head, so I'm just kind of guess on that. So I'm just going to put, oh, you know, several handfuls of kale in there that's already been pre-washed and whatnot. That in there, and just give that a little stir. Oh, and also our tomatoes. So let me go grab those. Okay. Or would you like to take a little video of the kale in there? It looks really pretty. And while she's doing that, I'm going to grab the tomatoes and go ahead and add those. Those are coarsely chopped tomatoes, 2 large. And let me just give that a little stir. All right. Doesn't that look pretty with the red and the green and the yellow? Mm. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm also going to be frying up some sausage. Now this is Italian sausage. And if you get Italian sausage, a lot of times it'll have a casing on it, so make sure you remove the casing. And we'll just put that in here. Get the heat going. And so basically, we're going to cook up the sausage in the pan, and at the same time, this is kind of simmering. So this needs to simmer for another 15 minutes or so. And then we'll add the sausage after that, and a little pepper and vinegar. Balsamic vinegar is going to be done, so we're getting really close. I'm so excited to try this. So I don't think this is that exciting viewing, watching the sausage cook. So maybe we'll push pause here and bring it back up when our sausage is all cooked and ready to go in the pot. Hi, okay, so now we have our sausage all cooked up here, ready to go. I'm actually going to drain it though, because it does have a bit of oil on it, and we don't really want any excess oil. So I'm just going to put it in here and just kind of get some of the oil out. It's really not getting much out though, so, but there is oil in the pan. And if you look in here, you'll see that our kale is now nice and wilted. I'm going to turn that down, and I'm just going to add the sausage right in there. And stir that in, and then, excuse me just one second, over here I'm going to grab, this is balsamic vinegar I'm going to put in here, get a little flavor. And it says to calls for freshly ground pepper. I don't have any freshly ground pepper, so I'm just going to use some plain old pepper. Put that in there and just give it a little stir, and that's it. That's the soup. So in just a second, we're going to taste it and see how good it is, and we'll let you know. So, but doesn't that look delicious? Mm-hmm. And so simple. It really doesn't take that much time. So, let me get a bowl. Let's see here. Let's grab a bowl and a ladle. Right here, where's our ladle at? There. And there, look at that. Okay, let me grab a spoon real quick. Should have been prepared for this one. There's a spoon. Now it's going to be a little hot, so I'm going to stir it here a bit. Just taste the broth. Very good. So once that cools off, we'll have a bite of some of that meat and kale and whatnot, but fairly healthy soup and very easy to make. So hope you enjoyed.